It's a superior whodunit, which I don't think either of you two would potentially pick. But it's the first series of Murder One. Now, this was a series in America in the sort of mid to late 90s that was shown on BBC Two over here. And it was one concurrent storyline all the way through a 24-episode series. That being the killing of somebody and the subsequent sort of whodunit. There aren't many people in that series that have gone on to be really famous. I mean, the lead actor was quite well known as a bit actor in America, but really this was his starring role. And if anything, I mean, the kind of guy that you thought it was a character called Neil Avedon, who was playing like a celebrity who allegedly had raped and killed this woman, which obviously now resonates more now in modern culture than it did then. You know, with the advent of things like TMZ, you know, there are these kind of sensational celebrity moments. But I think this was prior to all of that. Probably not prior to the internet, but probably prior to the internet fascination we have now.
Where were you at this point of your life watching
I think I was
Murder
probably living at home. I think I was probably living. I think I might have been in the first home I lived at outside. You know, the first sort of digs outside of parents' house. And again, this was a lot through my uncle. You know, he was like, "Oh, I've seen the first episode of this. You really need to see it." And I managed to watch it. I think they showed it on a Saturday night and then repeated it through the night on a Thursday or something like that, you know, like BBC Two used to do. And it built steam. You know, they managed to get something which everybody wanted to watch. It built up towards the end where I think actually they started giving it, if not a prime time first viewing, then a prime time, second viewing. It was unique in a whodunit because it had a satisfying ending. And it wasn't telegraphed. It wasn't like, oh yeah, it was clearly him. It was a shock and a surprise at the end.
Do you think if you went back and watched it now, it would hold up?
I'm not sure. I think some of the love of Broadchurch is we don't know who done it until that final episode. And I don't know with Murder One whether the same, because of course now that I remember who done it, will I enjoy it as much? And I don't know. The second series was terrible. They never should have done it. They went on and did a different lead investigator in a completely different case, and it didn't work.
Would that have been Murder 2?
Well, it was called Murder One.
This is why Matt's here. The comedy value.
Puntastic. So yeah, that's my first entry on the list.